Welcome into Warrior Field here on the campus of Westside High School. Andy Manus and Craig Rickert here with you on this Friday evening as the Westside Warriors are set to take on the Piggott Mohawks non-conference matchup tonight here on Tubetown. Craig?
4A versus 3A. Right now you can see we're getting ready to kick this one off. Piggott kicking off to Westside. Westside defending the south end zones. Going to see what we're going to get out of these teams tonight. Run-oriented attacks. Defense is solid, and we're underway.
Of course, Westside riding high after their victory against Greene County Tech a fumble to start the game.
Right off the start.
Not the way the Warriors wanted to start tonight's football game, but it's the way that it happens for them. So,
no contact on that either. He just got running, ball got loose, came right out. It's almost like he hit it with his own leg. He was not hit, caused that fumble. So, first play of the game, a turnover. Let's take a look at that attack now from the Mohawks.
It just kind of came flying out of there. So now headed toward the huddle, Tanner Dixon for the Mohawks. He's got the play.
You're going to see a lot of misdirection in this offense, this diamond attack that you're going to see Piggott throw out there tonight. Going to keep the linebackers for Westside on their toes, no doubt about it.
And Westside's got 11 guys in the box here on 1st and 10, and a handoff goes to Michael Parker. He's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards there on first down, so a second and manageable coming up.
Just straight ahead attack, right off tackle, just knocking in 5-6 yards in that play. Setting up a very, very good second down. 5 yards on the play.
Parker in the backfield once again. This time it's a
no gain on
handoff
that play
to Kyler Smith. So Kyler Smith out of the backfield that time.
Met right at the line. Nothing happening there. Westside all over that attack, ready for the same play they ran the time before, trying to go the well too many times, and not much happening. No gain on that play.
So now 3rd and short coming up. We'll see if the Mohawks keep it on the ground here, or if they want to try to air it out. Coming out of the huddle with no wide receivers, a full house in the backfield. You're going to see a lot of this diamond formation out of the Mohawks tonight.
Mohawks have a huge offensive line. In these situations, they have to like their chances, and there it looks like they're going to pick up the first down, getting the ball down to about the 24, 25-yard line. They had to make the 25. It's going to be close, but it looks like they did pick up the 3 yards they needed. Waiting for the referee to signal.
Well,
they're looking it over. It's pretty tight.
I think they're going to say 4th down.
Yeah, looking like it.
So 4th and short coming up. So Tanner Dixon comes over. Going to get the play call. And we'll see if the Warriors defense can come up with a big stand here after coughing it up on the opening kickoff tonight.
Not a great way to start. If they could get a stop here on 4th and short, get that momentum back in their favor. But I'll tell you, that offensive line is huge.
Well, and there you see they get a little bit of a push there for Dixon, and Dixon looks like he's going to be able to get it over the 25-yard line there.
He gained at least 3 on that one. So, first down for the Mohawks. They're rolling big up there in Piggott because they got a couple 300-pounders on that line, and they're going to use every pound they got to push this ball just straight ahead. No frills football out of Piggott tonight.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the west side 23-yard line. Dixon had to come out of the game because he lost his helmet on that last play. So now under center, we're going to see Logan Ralph checking into the game as Brandon Smith. It'll be a handoff to Parker, but Parker's smothered in the backfield.
Tried a little bit of a trick on that one. They didn't hit the first back coming through. They faked and then went to the second guy. Nothing doing there. The Westside defense ready for that.
Dixon's got his helmet back on, ready to come back into the huddle. He's got the play. They're going to see a lot of run option tonight from the Mohawks, trying to keep
Lost a 2 on that one.
Trying to keep the Warrior defense on their toes. So, yeah, 2nd and 12 coming up from the 25-yard line. Ralph and Smith, the 2 backs in the backfield. Check that.
Quick
That's
hit.
Parker.
That's a nice run.
Parker
nice
coming
run
out of the backfield, and it was a nice run.
Well, that's where that diamond offense can get you, keep you off balance, because linebackers always have to pay attention because you got three guys back there. It can hit you that fast. He's a step behind the quarterback, just that quick. He's getting the ball. Typically, that's a blocking position, but not that case. Get a nice gain on that one. 11 yards.
Yeah, it seemed like he came out of the backfield real quick and in a hurry with that football. This time they fake it and hand it off to Nick Tillman.
Tillman only needed one. Let's see, looks like they're going to give him the first down on this one. We'll see the official mark, but it looks like he had to make about the 13. Looks like they're marking him about the 12. So, yep, referee signals first down. Piggott not afraid to just use muscle on this behind that huge offensive line. Those big kids up front.
Well, and that's what we've seen Westside do in their first game already this year. Seen them hold on to the football, just dominate possession. And that's what Piggott is doing so far here on their first possession. A fumble.
Did we have another fumble?
Tried to have a little double reverse there.
Westside recovers.
So the Warriors will get it back with 7:55 left to play here in the first quarter.
Nat Hedger getting the recovery. Getting the ball back to Westside. Oh, flag on the play, though. Let's see what happens here.
See if that's after the fumble or before.
Not seeing any change of personnel. Now we are. So
a holding. They're going to decline that, and it will be Westside football.
There we go. Live by the sword, die by the sword, I guess. Of course, this is the first game of the year for Piggott, second game of the year for Westside. They had that win over Greene County Tech last week. They've had some extra days off as they played early in the week in the Kickoff Classic. They spread the field a little bit more than you're going to see Piggott do. Little different offense, to be sure. Running out of the power I most of the time.
Yeah, Engel under center. There's the handoff to Ray. Ray hit at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up 1, maybe 2 yards. But Tyler Ray saw him get the majority of the carries back against Greene County Tech. And we've got a Piggott player who is down. And it's Ristel Payne. So we're going to go ahead and step aside. 7:45 left to play here in the first quarter. Piggott and Westside still scoreless on Tubetown.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
So Ristel Payne getting some attention from the Piggott Mohawks. So we welcome you back on Tubetown. Andy Maness, Craig Rickard here with you. First quarter action, 7:45 left to play in the quarter. And they are helping Payne off the field there. So
yeah, he's grimacing for sure. That not good. You see that right leg staying off the ground. Young man's hurt.
Yeah, didn't really see what happened up here on the first down run from Tyler Ray. Big collision at the line of scrimmage. You can only assume Payne was in there involved on that.
All right, back to live action. 4-yard gain on the last play, 2nd and 6.
There's that first down run. Didn't really see what happened there, but 2nd and 6, as Craig said. Westside keeping it on the ground here. Don't pick up the first down, but it'll be 3rd and short after the 2nd down carry.
Another 4-yard gain, just chipping away at it a few yards at a time. Once again, much like Piggott, they're content, right now at least, just to push forward, just straight ahead running, north and south. But they do spread the field, as you see, a lot more than Piggott does. So you will look, you got solo coverage on the outside, things could happen there.
Yeah, Kessler Engel down here. But it's a handoff to Ray as they do keep it on the ground, and Ray will pick up the first down. Again, he picked up almost 200 rushing yards against Greene County Tech last Monday.
Game. Just good, strong, off right tackle, just following his blockers, getting the yards needed for that first down.
And did a good job filling in for Logan McPherson, who left the game with an injury, so he is out this week. Hope to see him back in action next week. Ray again in the backfield, 2 blockers ahead of him. Engel, again, the lone wide receiver here at the bottom of the screen. I think that was a keeper.
That's a keeper straight ahead. Quarterback just said, call his own number, maybe catch him off guard, and he picks up, well, he got 4 yards out of that, 3-4 yards on that play.
Yeah, Engel's one of those quarterbacks who can do just a little bit of everything. He can make it happen with his legs. He can also chuck it downfield. That's something we've seen Westside do, or saw them do last week, I should say. Set up the passing game with this rush attack, with Ray leading the way. 2nd and short coming up. 10 guys in the box on defense for Piggott. It's a handoff to one of the up men in the backfield.
Number 24 on the carry right there. I didn't see a number for that young man, or a name for that number.
Yeah, you see, just gets the handoff. Nice little fullback dive. 3rd and short now coming up. Handoff to Ray. He scoots out of the backfield across the 40-yard line, and he's going to pick up a first down for Westside.
Very good run. Little misdirection there, counter action.
That's actually Nat Hedger on the carry there.
Caught him going the other way and picked up the first down. Nice gain for Westside. 5 yards on that play. Coming up in the 7th play of this drive. You will see a lot of clock chewed when you're facing 2 offenses like this.
Yeah, the first quarter has kind of flown by here. There's a handoff to Ray. Ray across the 45-yard line, right across the Westside logo at midfield, not quite to the 50. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Picked up 5 on that play. A lot of confidence right now, Westside, especially coming off that win against Tech last week. And they just, even the fumble didn't seem to throw them off. They got the ball right back on another turnover. And here they are, just marching forward.
Yeah, we've talked about the Piggott offensive line, but the Westside offensive line is one that needs to be mentioned as well, as they're out there just making alleys for Ray to run through.
Right now they're having their way at this early point in the game. I mean, they're just consistently moving the ball forward every single play. Yep.
And with that said, old broadcaster's jinx.
Yep. Put it on me.
False start going to be called on Westside. So Engel going to go over, get the play from head coach.
Until that, they'd been going forward on every single play. Grabbing off 4 to 5 yards in every single play. Let's put themselves back in the hole, though, 2nd and 10.
Yep, still scoreless with under 4:20 left to play here in the first quarter. Rolling out to his left, Engel across the 45, down the far sideline. Knocked out of bounds near the far side 45. And he got near the first down, Craig. It'll be 3rd and short coming up. Engel once again making things happen with his legs.
Yeah, nice gain. 17 yards on that play, taking his team down for another first down, making up for that penalty quickly. A little bit of a horse collar tackle there. Kind of got him by around the throat and took him down, but no penalty on the play, no additional yards. This actually calling this down at the 48-yard line, so it's not a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and very short to go.
He's got a few steps out of bounds before he was actually wrangled down to the ground.
That's a real long yard. That's a real long yard coming up. And they're actually going to bring the chains out and measure this one.
He came to rest down there at about the 41-yard line. Anyway, they got him stepping out at the 48.
So chain gang in action for the first time this season here at Westside High School.
Oh, short by the nose of the football there? Like an inch?
It was literally an inch.
About an inch short. We're going to give him 10 yards in that run, but not quite 10. We're rounding up to 10 For statistical purposes, we're rounding up to 10.
Good 9.5 yards there. So 3rd and short now coming up here for the Warriors. Ball spotted on the far side hash marks. Clock is currently stopped at 4:05, but it'll start once again.
Do they take a risk here? They've been moving the ball so well. Do you take a gamble on this 3rd and very, very short if you don't get it?
Well, they like Ingles' arm. He's got his brother out here at wide receiver, single covered.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they go to play action here on 3rd and short. Oh, handoff to Ray, running to his left. Makes his way down to the far side 40. And that does indeed work for them with 3:49 left to play here in the first quarter. The Warriors once again moving the chains. Take a look on the replay here. Just stretching out the defense to that left side. Just a power run to the left.
Got her down to about the 41, 7 to 8 yard gain on that play. Sets up another first down.
That's the third down conversion we've had here for the Warriors on this drive. So they're 3 for 3, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a pitch out to Hedger. Hedger bobbled it.
Nothing there.
And stopped in the backfield. Dropped almost at the 50. 2 Mohawks in the backfield sniffing that one out.
8 yard loss in that play. They were all over that. Even the bobble on the pitch didn't make much of a difference. Piggott was in that backfield before he was.
Yeah, they just had no blockers over there. And Hedger just kind of ran into no man's land.
Somebody missed an assignment or what, but that was way too many Mohawks in that backfield.
So now ball spotted all the way back at the Piggott 49-yard line. Well, we had a penalty out on the field. And it was declined, so 2nd and long coming up. So it's Ray in the backfield, Hedger ahead to block for him. It's a big jumbo set here for the Warriors on 2nd and long. There's the handoff to Ray. He muscles one blocker over.
They go to the weak side on that one.
Yeah, makes his way down to the 45-yard line.
Had it overloaded on the left. They went right. Picked up 4 yards.
So now 3rd and 14, maybe 15 coming up here for Westside. May have to air it out here.
I'd have to.
Kind of in that 4-down territory, though, where you're too close to punt it, too far out to attempt a field goal. So you may consider this 4-down territory. Again, they come out with no wide receivers. Ray, they fake it to him. Engel on the keeper, bounces to the outside across the 40, the 35.
Nope, not quite.
And he'll run out of bounds. Yeah, didn't quite make it to the 30.
He had to get to 31 or so to make it. He's got about a yard or yard and a half, maybe it looks like.
And just dodged that defender at the line, and he's out.
And a 32, looks like about a 13-yard gain. Sets up about a 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
So also just noticed, apologies, that's Jared Gartner in there at quarterback.
Well, there you go.
Got our rosters a little confuzzled here.
Official term.
Official term. So Garner under center.
Going for it on 4th. Nope.
Apologies, listeners at home. 4th down play stopped. And it's going to be encroachment on Piggott. So hard count. Yep, hard count must have got him off sides there. So 1st and 10 coming up from the 26-yard line. .226 left to play here. There's a handoff to Ray. Ray tries to take it up the middle.
Nothing going there.
Yeah, it looked like he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming up. And it looks like Piggott is going to use their first timeout of the first half. So they have 2 left. 2:22 left to play in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 Westside football. When we come back, still scoreless between the Warriors and the Mohawks here on Tubetown.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
Andy Manus, Craig Rickert, welcome you back to Warrior Field. Westside and Piggott scoreless here in the first quarter. 2:22 left to play. Piggott calling their first timeout of the first half. Westside still has all three of theirs, and they are marching on the Mohawks right now.
Well, we've seen both offenses move the ball considerably well, but both drives or turnovers have been the story so far. Of course, Westside getting a fumble on the opening kickoff. They were receiving, they fumbled it, and then a few plays later, Piggott fumbled it back to Westside, but Westside's been on the move ever since, just pushing ahead, getting first downs. They've had 4 first downs so far on this drive, one of them aided by a penalty. The last one aided by the penalty, and right now they're sitting at 2nd and 9 on the 25.
Yeah, 3 for 3 on third down conversions.
We haven't seen a pass yet.
4 for 4 if you include that penalty there. And yeah, you said it. Haven't seen a pass yet. Not going to see one here on 2nd and long. It's another handoff to Ray, running to his left. And once again, that is Jared Garner in there at quarterback.
They're pretty content to work the left side of this line. They try to balance it out, but most of their runs tonight are going to the left, following some of those big guards they got up there in front.
Yeah, under 2 minutes left to play now. 3rd and 7 coming up. We'll see if the Warriors can keep converting these third downs. River Eagle comes out wide. Garner turns, hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham
Struggling, nothing.
is spun at the line of scrimmage and is dropped.
That's a here you go again. Now you got a 4th and long. Too far for a field goal.
Trying to see who that was. Trent Stevens, one of the Mohawks in there on that tackle.
Garner's getting the call from coach.
And this will be the 16th play, if I've got this right, on this drive. Engel goes out wide. 4th and 8 coming up. Play action.
First pass.
Garner looking to throw. Takes a shot towards the end zone. Into double coverage. Incomplete. Pass was intended for Brady Johnson. And with 57 seconds left in the first quarter, Piggott will get the ball back on their own 24-yard line.
What you saw there was, like I said, they threw into double coverage and some great defense there. Overthrew him a little bit, but in the end, just to make sure, number 12, Logan Ralph knocking that ball out of play just to make sure. Smart play. He might have had a shot to intercept, but because he deflected it, his team has a lot better field position heading back. Their second possession of the game for Piggott. First ended on that turnover. 57 seconds left in this first quarter. Let's see what they do before we switch sides.
We got quite a few people in the crowd here tonight on both sides. A lot of Piggott fans made the drive.
Not an easy drive.
Not an easy drive to make. They have showed up here tonight in Jonesboro ready to play some football. 1st and 10 for the Mohawks from the 24-yard line. Dixon under center. 3 backs in the backfield. Turns, hands it off to Ralph. Ralph up the middle, and he's going to get about 9 yards on first down, so another nice little run there for the Mohawks, kind of picking up where they left off on that first drive that ended in a fumble, as you mentioned.
Well, of course, give the guy the ball. He just made the great play on defense. He gets the ball now, picks up a first down for his team, or almost a first down, 9-yard gain.
Well, and now that you mention it, that's something that we may see come into effect the longer this game goes on. Is you got a lot of guys for Piggott playing both ways. And that can tire you out real quick.
Well, when you just look at the sidelines, I mean, you don't even need your abacus. You can just see just the sheer numbers they have over there on Westside. Of course, Westside, a bigger school than Piggott. But these guys are conditioned. They've been practicing in this heat. They don't have a fancy indoor practice facility. They've been sweating it out after school every day.
That second down handoff goes to Michael Parker, and he's going to pick up the 1 yard needed to move the chains for the Mohawks. First down coming up. Looks like we have a
end of the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to say, did we have a timeout? We do have a timeout.
Official timeout.
Official timeout. We're headed to the second quarter between Westside and Piggott, still scoreless here on Tubetown. Andy Maness and Craig Rickert back with you in a moment. Andy Maness, Craig Rickert back here with you to start the second quarter between Westside and Piggott. Still scoreless between the Warriors and the Mohawks. A lot of ground game going on tonight so far.
Except for one incomplete pass that Westside attempted on a 4th and long. This game right now, all about the ground. Just quick stats, kind of going over things here. I got Westside for 49 yards of total offense, and I've got Piggott for about 33, 34 yards of offense. Once again, the first quarter, the biggest highlights of the first quarter were the 2 fumbles. Starting the game, Westside fumbles the opening kickoff. A few plays later, 6 plays later, Piggott fumbles it right back to them. Westside has a great drive, picks up several first downs along the way, 4 first downs, almost 50 yards of offense on the drive, but in the end, turn it over on downs.
I just kind of stalled out there once they got down into Piggott territory. The Mohawks doing a really good job on defense there to keep the Warriors out of the end zone. Now giving their offense a chance to put some points on the board, the first points of the game. We're ready to go from the Piggott 35-yard line. Keeping it on the ground once again, another handoff up the middle, and the tailback bullying his way through that Westside defense, picking up about 5, maybe 6 yards on that first down carry, 2nd and 4 coming up.
Good second effort, definitely. He just kept the legs churning, picked up 1 or 2 extra there after he was hit.
We're taking a look at the replay here. Handoff going to Ralph.
Once again, Ralph playing both sides of the ball, as most of these guys do. At 5 on the play.
Brandon Seal coming out here as wide receiver on the near side. Got one guy lined up over there on the far side. Looks like that might be Angel Garcia, but they're going to keep it on the ground. They go right back to Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph picking up nearly enough yards to move the chains for the Mohawks. It'll be 3rd and short now.
Ralph getting the biggest share of the carries right now. They keep going to him, and he's made some good plays on defense as well, but not tiring out. 3 more on that play.
Good look for him to go to Michael Parker here or Nick Tillman. We'll see what they do. Dixon heads back under center. Ralph, the up back. Parker in the backfield. It's going to go to Parker. Parker smothered in the backfield. Caleb Porter getting through that offensive line and just smothering Parker.
Said, come to Papa. Just ran right into his arms and threw him right down. Big loss in that play.
Yeah, so 4th and 3, maybe 4 coming up. They'll call it 3. And we'll see how the Mohawk offense can respond after losing a couple of yards there on 3rd and short. In an emphatic fashion, might I add.
Well, looks like they're bringing in the punter here with 15 seconds left on the play clock. But they better hustle.
Put a little pep
If that's
in
what they're going to do. Well, maybe not. They changed some personnel in the backfield.
1 second left.
Yep.
There's the
Delay
flag.
game.
They'll back it up 5 yards. You know, sometimes you see teams do that intentionally, give themselves a little bit more room to punt into. That time, I'm not entirely sure.
You don't want to do that on your own
intentional.
side of the field, though, you would think. I mean, you're just giving Westside 5 more yards at this point. If you're trying to give yourself a little room.
Hey, man, we don't know. Piggott could have one heck of a punter.
They got some crafty playmakers.
That's true. That's
Well,
very
they changed.
true.
The personnel change didn't come until like 10 seconds left. So maybe they're going to do a quick kick. Of course, out of that diamond formation, do a lot of crazy stuff.
And
There
Piggott's,
we go. They want to talk
Piggott's gonna call a timeout and make sure they have all of their ducks in a row. We're going to take a quick timeout with them. 9:40 left to play here in the first half. Still scoreless between Westside and Piggott. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Mohawks when we come back here on Tubetown.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, and trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Max Garage for your vehicles. Locally owned with over 20 years of experience, at Max Garage, we pride ourselves on being professional, reliable, and affordable. From routine maintenance to complex mechanical issues, Max Garage can do it all. Max Garage is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Call Max Garage for your next auto repair.
Andy Manus, Craig Rickert back here with you at Westside High School. The Warriors and the Mohawks still in the first half. 9:40 remaining in the second quarter. It's 4th and 8 Piggott football. They're getting ready to punt. Had to call a timeout. Their second of the first half. Westside still has all 3 of theirs remaining. And we'll see if the Mohawks got some trickeration up their sleeve here.
Well, they changed personnel, and the last play was 4th and 3. Well, now it looks like they are truly setting up for the punt. It's got the punter in position. Be certainly a gamble if they tried anything too tricky this position on the field. So we'll see what happens. But at Westside, reluctant to get anybody back.
Yeah, Garner sprinting back.
Oh, look
what
at that
a
bounce.
great punt.
Wow.
But
holy cow.
it could
too
be
much?
too much.
Oh, wow.
It checks up.
Perfect.
What
Down
a punt.
to the 2. Very nice. Very nice.
I'd say that's worth spending a timeout for.
Very nice. That's a 50. I got a 51-yard punt on that. No, 61, right?
You do the math.
I'm going to do the math real quick. They're in the 37, down to the 2, 48 plus 13, 61-yard punt. Flip the field. Nice.
Nicely
Remember
done.
that
Did you
one.
do all that in your head just now?
Well, that's about all I can do. Can't balance my own checkbook, but I can figure out yards.
I take my shoes off to do that much. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Backed up inside their own 5-yard line. Coming out at their 2. Garner under center. Ray in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff. Between the left tackle and left guard, he's going to bully his way forward to the 5-yard line, picking up about 3. 2nd and 7 now coming up. Nearing the 9-minute mark left here in the second quarter.
That did not turn out the way Westside was hoping. They had him pinned back a ways in their own territory, but that bounce, the end-over-end punt. And then you have to wonder, what you might not have seen on your screen was that Westside was very late to get anybody in punt receiver position. There was nobody back there to receive that punt.
Yeah, I almost wonder if they were trying to really defend against a potential fake there.
Probably a good 20 or 30-yard difference there.
Yep.
I mean, you got some back there, they just fair catch, knock it down, fall on it. Because that ball bounced probably at the 30 or the 25-yard line on that punt. That thing rolled and rolled and rolled like it had a mind of its own.
Yeah.
So that, I don't know if it's a mistake. I don't know if it was a gamble, but not having somebody back to receive that punt, at least a 20-yard swing.
Yeah, I think more of a gamble at that point if you're the Warriors. Like you said, you don't want to give up a big play right at midfield and give Piggott a good shot to keep the football.
Let's take a look at that punt again. So you can see that nobody even attempted to receive that, but that was
definitely in a kind of a prevent fake punt defense there, if you will.
That thing just came to rest like he planned it. He was on a leash.
Yeah, I think I saw Michael Parker might have been the one who punted that away. Westside has called their first timeout of the first half. 8:47 left to play here in the second quarter. They break the huddle, ready to come back out. 2nd and 8 from their own 5-yard line. Gotta wonder what they wanted to talk about in their huddle.
Well, at this point in the field, you want to play mistake-free football. We're not saying we have to execute perfectly on every play, but we don't want to create a situation that's going to put us in a bad position.
Now coming out of the backfield this time for the Warriors is Zach Melton. So Melton picking up a couple of yards there, but not many. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Really large play right here for Westside. 3rd and 7, long yardage. Obviously, you don't get this, you have to punt. This is where Piggott was able to flip the field on him. That incredible 61-yard punt has made a huge difference right now.
Yeah, especially.
So now you're looking at 4th and 5 or 4th and 4 here.
A very short gain there on 3rd down by Tyler Ray. So yeah, that was indeed a gamble for Westside. It did not pay off for them. It's working in Piggott's favor right now. But as they prepare to get the football back, it only pays off if they can put it in the end zone. So they're going to send a return man back deep. Garner is on to punt for the Warriors.
Barely got that one off, and he got the
Uh-oh.
muff punt. Westside recovers.
Westside going to fall on top of it.
Well, special teams play is making all the difference right now. No score in this. Take a look at that replay. I think it was Cunningham that recovered that muff punt. That ball barely got away. One of the Piggott guys almost got a hand on it. And you see the muff punt. He tries to fall on it and lays there perfectly.
That was Hayden Emerson for the Mohawks, who could not reel in that punt. So
there we go. Biggest game of the night, a 40-yard gain on the muff punt.
So when you're scoring that, how does is that a new drive? Is that a brand new drive?
That's an MP. Yeah, that's a muff punt MP.
All right, well, brand new drive starting here for the Warriors. First 10-10 from the 49-yard line. Ball spotted right at the Warrior logo at midfield. Pitch to the right for
once
Ray.
again.
Flag comes out. He avoids one defender in the backfield, but can't avoid number 2 and 3. Well, the Mohawks came flying through that offensive line that time, and
they are really getting great penetration. They're getting in that backfield. They're making those initial hits. Even when they're not stopping them on the first hit, they're slowing them down enough. The second and third guy is getting there.
Well, I wonder if this is going to be offsides or holding because of how quickly the Mohawks got into the backfield there. Oh, well, I guess they picked the flag up.
Guess so. Loss of 2 on the play.
A quick stoppage in play here. I'm not quite sure what happened.
I think it might have been an equipment issue.
Had a loose chin strap or something along those lines. Inside of 7 minutes left to play in the half. Garner looking to throw. Drag route over the middle. Too tall for the intended receiver, Hunter Garrison. Would have been a good-looking play there that would have been a result of, at least 5-6 yards there.
Just a little too much heat on this one. He was open, too. That quick slant, he was right there.
That was actually Kessler Engel out there. A little too tall for him.
But when the linebackers was eyeing him pretty well, I think that receiver got a glimpse that he was going to take a pretty good hit. If he came down with that, I think corner of his eye, he saw a lick coming, and he was
you don't ever want to get ear hold.
He put those hands down to kind of brace for impact, and
call that turtling up. Looking to throw again here on third down. Pump fake. Now he's rolling out of the pocket. Stands in the pocket. Oh, threw it downfield. Incomplete.
He had him, too. A little bit underthrown, but it was away from the defense. He still got his hands on it.
So back-to-back pass attempts. Back-to-back incompletions.
He was open.
Just a little wheel route.
But it looks like he almost kind of started turn and run before he had the ball in his hands. Yep. Incomplete pass brings up 4th and 11. Punting has been very interesting as of late, if you're just joining us. So just don't turn away because anything can happen in these punt formations tonight.
There's a punt. Going to take a roll.
Another nice bounce. Look at this.
Punt game strong tonight for the Warriors and the Mohawks. Punt game very strong.
About a 40-yard punt.
See a 23 on our roster there, but we'll give him credit. It's a pretty good punt.
Yeah, not too bad at all.
So now from their own 9-yard line, here come the Mohawks. Still scoreless, 6:06 left to play. Still have not seen the Mohawks go to the air yet.
Only seen a few passes at all out of Westside. First quarter, you saw these teams both moving the ball fairly well, turnovers being the boogeyman for them. But right now, here so far, halfway through the second quarter, we haven't seen a lot of offense. The biggest play was the muff punt, the 40-yard gain that Westside got out of that. But 3 plays later, they give it right back to Piggott.
Well, they'll keep it on the ground here, 1st and 10 inside their own 10-yard line. They might have lost a couple there. It'll be 2nd and long coming up. See where they spot this at. Yep, he lost about 3 yards on that 1st down carry, so it looks like maybe 2nd and 13 coming up here.
Yep, back down to the 6. They lost 3.
Not the direction you want to go if you're the Mohawks. Kind of keeping it in reverse there. They again come out of the huddle with the jumbo set. Trying to bully down this defensive line for Westside. It's almost a battle of whose line is going to get tired first. Here's a pitch out to the right.
We got ourselves
might have a safety
might
here.
have a safety here. Now it's going to mark him at the 1.
Ooh.
Forward progress.
Ooh. Boy, Piggott caught a break there because they had him dead to rights in the end zone. Take another look at the replay. As soon as the pitch happened, look at Cunningham. Cunningham broke through that line untouched. Just completely jumped the snap. And now that I look at it, probably a good call to spot him down at the 1.
That's generous. That one is generous.
It was very generous. Rashard Cunningham just breaking through the offensive line there. Great job on defense.
Cunningham having a good game so far. Some great plays. Recovery of the muff punt. That play right there.
And again, the Mohawks stopped at the line. That's Tyler Ray in there making the tackle. Stops Michael Parker for no gain, and now
thing's going to get interesting once again. We've got a 4th and 18 punting out of their own end zone.
From the 1. Maybe the 2, maybe the 3. He's got a couple of yards, but that's going to be.
It's going to be.
We're going to see if the Warriors are going to bring some pressure here and try to block this punt. What's going to happen? Under 4:20 now left to play here in the first half. Standing back in his own end zone, Michael Parker.
Now this time, Westside's ready for the return. 2 men back. And a shanked punt.
Bring a little bit of pressure. It bounces just inside the 30. It'll roll all the way down to about the 43. Maybe the 42.
Good field position for Westside to start this drive. 4 minutes left in the first half. What will they do with it? 3:56 to go. This is their best starting field position they've had so far, other than their last possession where they started at the 49 after the muff punt.
Yeah, always good when you can come out and have 1st and 10 starting a new drive in your enemy territory.
See, the punter kind of took that off the side of his foot right there, but once again, another great bounce.
And had to get rid of it in a hurry.
So here comes Westside.
I'm going to see a shotgun formation here on 1st and 10. Ray
mixing things up now.
Ray comes to the outside wide receiver. Cunningham in the backfield. Nearly got him jumping off sides there. Play action.
Nearly.
And that's Engel in there at quarterback now. Rolls out to his right.
Nice move.
Throws it to Garner. Garner catch and a spin. Makes his way down to the 35-yard line.
And Garner making the defender pay on that one. He laid some extra wood on that hit. A couple extra yards out of it. Great play. Now you're starting to see him open up the playbook a little bit.
Yeah.
This is what we expected from Westside.
Take another look there. Engel didn't see anybody at first. Just rolls out. Finds Garner right there for an easy pitch and catch. 2nd and short coming up here. We'll see if River Engel's going to stay in at quarterback, and it appears he is. Garner's going to come out to the wide receiver position.
The first completed pass of the night.
Kessler Engel lined up. The bottom of your screen. Again, play action, looking to throw. Kessler Engel at the 35. Bounces to the outside numbers.
If he gets a block.
Cuts back the other way. Dropped just shy of the 25-yard line, but Brett got enough yards to move the chains for the Warriors.
Yep, another first down for the Warriors. Now we're starting to see a little more diversity in that offense. Nice gain right there. Picked up about 6 yards.
Wide open on that wide receiver screen.
Just under 3 minutes to go in this first half here at Warrior Stadium. Westside Warriors hosting Piggott.
10 seconds left on the play clock.
4 receivers.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers this time. Cunningham in the backfield for Engel. And there's offsides. And a little bit of an inadvertent headbutt there. I don't know if that was that or might have been Austin Rhodes out there kind of selling it a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, they have that new Performing Arts Center out here at Westside. They have a tremendous drama program, and I don't know if this young man is part of that, but wow, I mean, that was finesse acting.
Coach Whitmire is watching for basketball season. He needs a flop man.
Charge, yeah.
First and 5 coming up.
He's got him.
Over the middle, too tall for Kessler Engel. River Engel trying to hit his brother there, and again, Engel is overthrown.
He had several opportunities right there. It looks like Piggott was playing a zone, and they were leaving some big holes in it. I saw at least two or three of those guys had a lot of cushion. Just looking downfield and overthrew him.
It'll be 2nd and 5 after this timeout. Piggott using their last timeout of the first half. Westside still with 2 remaining. 2:23 left to play here in the second quarter. We have seen Westside now throw it 3 consecutive plays. So we'll see if they stick to the air here on 2nd and 5 coming out of the timeout.
Well, certainly Westside has the numbers to throw against this Piggott defense.
Well, an interesting look as you've had Garner in at quarterback for the entire first quarter and a big chunk of the second, and now you see River Engel coming in, switching to the shotgun formation. So you mentioned that earlier, Westside kind of opening up their playbook here a little bit. Taking a lot of time coming out of this huddle, out of the timeout. They might go for the end zone here.
But they have something special dialed up. 2nd and 5, short field. They feel confident they can get it on 3rd down if they need to, but
Garner is lined up as wide receiver.
Single coverage out to the right. Might expect some play action on this one.
Ball spotted at the 22. Engel looking to throw. Takes a shot towards the end zone. Garner goes up. Can't reel it in. Incomplete. Well, the play call was there, but
they went for it. And they had a great opportunity because the cornerback out there, number 0, I think it is out there, he was a little bit, number 3, a little bit late to look. He was out of position. They just couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, Tanner Dixon.
So now we got ourselves a 3rd and 5. Definitely 4-down territory. So, like we talked about the play call, dial up something big because you feel confident that you can pick up these 5 yards in the next 2 plays.
I might just see a handoff here to Tyler Ray because he can get about 5 yards every time he touches the football. Let's see what they do.
Nope.
Oh, they're going to hand it off to Garner on that
play.
play.
Might be a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, but it is going to be 3rd and 10. They stop it. Ball called dead here. Ball start on the Warriors.
5-yard penalty brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Warriors.
Yeah, I think everybody was probably looking at Tyler Ray there. They faked the handoff to him and went to Jared Garner instead.
Westside looking the gift horse in the mouth. They had a 1st and 5 after a couple pass attempts. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Yep, that false start not doing them any favors here. Still scoreless with 2:16 to play in the second quarter. Westside did get the football first tonight. Fumbled on that opening kickoff. Piggott gets the ball first. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Engel facing pressure, just throws it up for grabs, and great defense.
Good defense. That ball hung like a punt. That ball was up there for a long time.
He basically just put it up there for anybody to go get it. Stood in there and took a hit, though.
Yeah, he did.
4th and 10 coming up here for the Warriors. Oh, good defense there by Dalton James, just blowing right by the tackle on the right side.
He paid for it. Good lick. What now? Looking at 4th and 10, ball on the 27.
And they are going to attempt a field goal here with Hunter Garrison. Garner on to hold.
Yeah, 44-yard field goal.
From the 27-yard line, 2:09 left to play. No time left on the play clock, however. And we're going to see if the Warriors got a timeout off.
Nope. They get the timeout?
That's their second charge timeout.
I think he might have. It looked like they'd initially signaled for delay of game.
Well, Coach Engel does not look happy over there. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Looks like the referees are going to discuss whether or not they got the time. But I mean, they have credited Westside with the timeout, so I'm assuming that they're giving it to
They're
them.
not moving the ball, and I don't see a flag on the field, but I can tell you, Coach did not seem very happy about whatever transpired out there. It was miscommunication. I just want to call timeout to make sure. Special teams play, obviously critical in every football game, but tonight it's been no penalty on the play. But still, are they going to try to kick this 44-yard field goal? They are. But now look at the Mohawk D. They're sensing something might be up here. They're not in a goal line D. They're not in a. They're ready for something.
Yeah, not necessarily ready for a block either. Garrison on. There's the hole. Low kick goes off the face mask of one of the Mohawks. And that football, I can call it live, dead. Nope, went into the end zone, so it's dead ball. 20. I think they spot that on the 20-yard line for the Warriors, or for the Mohawks now.
In the 27, I believe. That's where they were snapping the ball from. I'm not 100% sure of the rule in high school.
I think that is officially ruled as a touchback.
Since it went in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Nope, maybe not.
Should go
I
on the
think
spot
that's
of the kick.
That's exactly, I think, what the referees are
They're
discussing
trying to
right
figure
now.
out.
Also,
I think. Well, first of all, the back judge, I believe, one of the officials had to duck for his life because that field goal got about maybe 6.5 feet off the ground. They were ducking for cover. All right, so here we go.
yeah, not a whole lot of air under that one, huh?
2-minute drill for Piggott. Let's see if they can do something. Will they open it up? Because the way they've been running the ball, are they just going to be content to run this clock the way they've been working their offense tonight?
Well, this drive not getting started
No,
off on the
not a
right
good
foot
start.
for them. 1st and 15 after the false start. Not only is it the 2-minute drill, they got to do it with no timeouts. So it is
Timeouts, and they have
true 2-minute drill.
and they have not passed the ball yet. We haven't even seen them. There's been one time I think I saw tonight where they actually put a receiver out,
Just
and
once.
split it out. So Westside pretty content to keep their linebackers close to the line, their safety and free safety also tight to the line of scrimmage because they don't expect this ball to be thrown deep, if at all.
Yeah, your safeties don't really have to worry about too much, just making sure the tailback does not break off a big run. The triple option.
Slow to develop. No gain on that one.
Clock will continue to tick down. Now under 1:45 to play in the first half.
Yeah, they're going to run this clock out.
Number 20, Brady Johnson, loss of
I mean, they get the ball first coming out to start the third quarter, so
Hurry, we gotta get the pump down there too. The dolly pump down there too.
play clock down to 10 now. Mohawks come to the line. Run right up the middle once again.
Westside does have one timeout left. They might want to think about taking it.
Yeah, you might see them use it once they force this fourth, or if they force this fourth down.
There's going to be about 20 seconds left in the clock when they get the fourth down, assuming they don't get a first down. They're facing a 3rd and 13. So if you want to play the clock out, they're going to come up on this fourth down with about 20 seconds left in the half. At that point, you should call the timeout. You might be able to set up one play.
Yep. Yeah, a little late to think about that now for sure. There's a pitch out. Avoids one defender in the backfield. It's Nick Tillman on the carry.
That brings up fourth
And-
down. Coach call a timeout?
I believe he did. He did.
Okay.
25 seconds remaining here in the first half. We're going to take one quick timeout with them. 4th and 12 when we come back. Andy Manus, Craig Rickard, here with you on Tubetown.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 4th and 12 for the Mohawks. And they're going to come out and I believe just
But I don't understand what's going on here.
I don't understand why they're going to take a knee here.
They just I'm confused as to what's happening here because it was 4th down. There's 25 seconds left in the clock. They need to put a couple seconds back on the clock also.
Well, I'm very confused as to why you would why you would take a kneel down 4th and 15.
And coming out of a timeout, there's no excuse for this happening. And they're facing a 4th and 15, even if they could draw a penalty or something like that, it's still going to be 4th and 10.
You're going to take a knee, and the clock's going to stop.
And the clock isn't going to.
You're going to give 25 seconds to the Warriors at their own 25-yard line.
They just handed a huge gift to Westside. They didn't have any timeouts left. They just kneeled on the ball on 4th and 12 on their own 20-yard line. The Westside players seem confused. They're getting back in punt formation. Okay, well, they did call a penalty on Westside, but it's still 4th and 15.
Well, now it's 4th and 10.
4th and 10. Now 4th and 10. Now, are they going to kick it now?
I'm so confused.
I guess you would say mathematically maybe this worked. They got 5 yards out of it. Now they have to punt, and the punting's been such an adventure tonight. So depending on if this ball is received or not, with 2 guys back,
I don't even know what to think now.
Now there's 25 seconds. They put 7 seconds back on the clock.
Well,
that was a interesting turn of events right there.
Very interesting. Pretty decent punt
Decent
here for
punt.
the Mohawks.
Get away from it.
Going to take a Piggott bounce.
Okay, they'll get
inside the 30.
They're taking their time getting to it.
10 seconds left on the clock here in the first half for Westside, and they may just come out and take a knee with the ball at the 30-yard line. We'll see.
Well,
I'm still confused
out.
about Piggott taking a knee.
This was worked out for Piggott, but I don't know. They got the penalty, which got them the 5 extra yards and the chance to kick, but that's it. That's a ridiculous gamble to take. They came out of a timeout in a victory formation on a 4th and 15, gambled they would get a penalty. That's the only thing I can figure might have happened. But here we go, 10 seconds left. And Westside's not going to sit on it. They're going
to run a play here.
And they got 5. There's the 5 yards back.
Yeah, I saw one of the coaches down here on the Piggott sideline kind of lose their mind. So they were not happy about that offsides penalty here. Or encroachment, if you will.
Yeah, I'm really still trying to wrap my mind around what we just witnessed.
Your guess is as good as ours, folks. 10 seconds remaining. 4 wide receivers.
The Mohawks and
hand off to Cunningham, right up the middle, bounces to the outside 40, the 45,
5
50.
seconds left. If he can get out of bounds, first down. They're going to get one more play.
Yep, 3 seconds left as soon as they spotted it in the middle of the field. And
but no timeouts.
Yeah, they're not even going to spike it. They're ready to just run the clock out.
Yep.
Well, and as long as the chain gang is taken, they could have gotten up to the line and been ready to run a play.
Mm-hmm. They got one. Oh, there we go. That's half. No, they just ran 2 seconds off the clock. There was 3 seconds left. Did they start the clock when the ball is set on a first down?
I thought they did, but the referee never.
There was 3 seconds. Now they put the clock back to 3 seconds. In high school football, forgive me for being rusty. Does it start on the snap or does it start when the ball is set?
1st and 10, it starts when the ball is set.
Get 2-1.
One more play. Play action. Engel looking to throw.
He's got somebody.
Garner at the 35-yard line, and Garner can't reel it in. Had his head turned, looking ready to run before he had his hands around the football. So that's how we end the first 2 quarters of play here between Westside and Piggott. Still scoreless.
We've had a lot of action near the end zones, but nobody in the end zones. The most interesting thing we've seen is some crazy special teams play. Started the game off with a fumble on the opening kickoff by Westside. Ball later fumbled right back to Westside after Mohawks got a couple first downs. So a missed field goal. We saw a 61-yard punt, but we stand at 0-0 as we head into halftime here at Warrior Field.
So we're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the first half and get you ready for the second half between Westside and Piggott. Andy Manus, Craig Rickert, back with you for more action from Westside High School right after this.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
Let's give a big round of applause for the Little War cheerleaders. Great job, ladies. Parents, don't forget to pick your children up there in the north end zone. Please sign your children out. North end zone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, the Piggott Mohawk Marching Band.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, and trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Max Garage for your vehicles. Locally owned with over 20 years of experience, at Max Garage, we pride ourselves on being professional, reliable, and affordable. From routine maintenance to complex mechanical issues, Max Garage can do it all. Max Garage is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Call Max Garage for your next auto repair.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
When we talk about You First Banking, what we're really saying is that we're going to take the banking experience and customize it to meet your needs. Maybe you're that person that's always on the go and you don't have time to come to the bank. We'd love to see you, but we can make it possible with our mobile apps to where you don't ever have to set foot in any of our banks. But maybe you're that person that does like coming to see your favorite teller and you like that face-to-face interaction. We've got 20 locations across the state with a friendly staff that's here for you. Only at First National Bank. You first. Always.
Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown is brought to you by Denver's Refrigeration, First National Bank, Ace Sign Company, and Max Garage.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It was a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both of my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet's down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communication and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I had been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, you know, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have 2 cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
At Westside High School, still scoreless in the halftime break, 0-0. The Mohawks and the Warriors saw a lot of running in those first 2 quarters. Expect to see a lot more running in the next 2.
Especially from Piggott. I mean, Piggott never put the ball in the air one time, and not a lot of offense in this game. Just a quick little peruse of the loose stats. Got Westside for 62 yards of total offense and only 28 yards of total offense for Piggott in this first half. And for Piggott, most of that came on their first drive. Their first drive of the game, they came out, moved the ball, got a couple first downs on their very first drive, which started with that fumble recovery, the opening kickoff. Westside fumbled the ball right to them in their own territory. Piggott was not able to capitalize. A few plays, 6 plays later, they fumbled the ball right back.
Yeah,
but since then they have not had a first down.
Yeah, you got to wonder if their momentum was kind of a little bit amped on that first drive after, like you mentioned, recovering that fumble. Kind of not doing themselves any favors either. You know, you mentioned that muff punt right at midfield.
The biggest gainer.
Special teams has been huge so far in the first 2 quarters.
The punters are the stars right now, and the special teams is where the highlights are. You had the 61-yard punt by the Mohawks setting up a 1st and 10 on their own 2-yard line for Westside. They were able to move the ball a little bit, but they had to punt from deep in their own territory. But that was when the muff punt happened. Mm-hmm. They got 40 yards on that. They picked up the ball. That was Cunningham, I think you said, got it was Cunningham that recovered that muff punt right at midfield. But as you can probably tell by looking at the score there, nobody able to capitalize off these turnovers. 0-0.
Yeah, you said it a minute ago. I think during the break we've had both teams kind of playing around the end zone, just nobody able to punch it in.
Yeah, a lot of action near the end zone, but it wasn't the offense heading towards it. They're trying to head away from it. But the second half, We were talking about the heat, the sheer numbers that the Piggott Mohawks have versus Westside. Westside, a bigger school, bigger team, more numbers to throw at them. We just kind of wonder if they're going to be able to wear them down here in the second half. And we started seeing in the second quarter that Westside was starting to open up the playbook a little bit, throw a lot more passes, spread out that Mohawk defense a little bit. We'll see if that continues in the second half. We expect it will.
Well, and another thing I think you're going to have to keep an eye out for, and we usually see it this time of year, first couple of games, and more so in the second half than you do the first, usually see the players start to cramp up. And again, you got a lot of these guys going both ways, so that's something that could very much impact the Mohawks in the second half, especially given, I mean, the temperature's got to still be around somewhere around 80 degrees, and it was pretty muggy out there tonight.
It's warm out there, and I believe, I can't remember what the young man's name was, but Piggott lost one of their starters in the first half to what looked like a knee injury. So they are already down. Yeah, they're already down one person to an injury here. I haven't got an update on that, but he was helped off the field, keeping his leg off the ground, didn't want to put any weight on it. So that a factor when you're already down as many players as they are to Westside, and just sheer numbers, losing a starter is never good. And there's been some injuries tonight on the Westside roster as well, not during the game, but they're down a couple people heading into this game with some injuries.
Yeah, without Logan McPherson, of course, he got injured in that Greene County Tech game last week, and so also missing River Engle for a little bit in this game. Didn't see him until about midway through the second quarter. We finally saw him come into the game and take some snaps out of the shotgun formation. Saw him that entire last drive for the Westside Warriors. Didn't even run the ball a single time on that drive. Just kept it in the air and got down to where they could at least attempt a field goal, but just kind of line drived it. Nearly took the referee's head off.
The screamer.
It was a screamer indeed. So we've got about 4 minutes left in the halftime break, up on the scoreboard, that is, while the Westside Band is out on the field going through their routine. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter of action for you between Westside and Piggott, all coming up on Tubetown right after this.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, and trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Max Garage for your vehicles. Locally owned with over 20 years of experience, at Max Garage, we pride ourselves on being professional, reliable, and affordable. From routine maintenance to complex mechanical issues, Max Garage can do it all. Max Garage is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Call Max Garage for your next auto repair.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
When we talk about You First Banking, what we're really saying is that we're going to take the banking experience and customize it to meet your needs. Maybe you're that person that's always on the go and you don't have time to come to the bank. We'd love to see you, but we can make it possible with our mobile apps to where you don't ever have to set foot in any of our banks. But maybe you're that person that does like coming to see your favorite teller and you like that face-to-face interaction. We've got 20 locations across the state with a friendly staff that's here for you. Only at First National Bank. You first. Always.
Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown is brought to you by Denver's Refrigeration, First National Bank, Ace Sign Company, and Max Garage.
Our dog got hit by a car. My wife and children were very upset about losing Buddy. While I was burying the dog, I cut the cable line.
Being a dog owner myself, it's hard losing a pet. So it's very important for us to get their services restored.
There's a winter storm hitting right now. It was a Friday night. You showed up and the very next morning in some pretty terrible conditions and fixed us up.
That's what we try to do here at Ritter in a bad situation, try to make it better.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
My name is Kevin Moody. Both of my kids do online gaming. They let me know when the internet's down.
I'm Bobby Valentine. I work for Ritter Communication and I'm a technician level 2.
My services were completely out. They sent Bobby out the next day. He told me that the box was shot.
It was shot.
With a gun. And he had it fixed within a couple hours once he got there. Bobby switched out my modem for me and had me upgraded to a faster speed. And both of my kids have been singing Bobby's praises since.
My name is Donna Ann Lucy. I am from Caraway, Arkansas. I had been having trouble with my internet.
You got a lot of important things that you do from the internet, and you don't want to miss anything.
I usually use it to book rooms to watch my granddaughter play basketball. They had someone out that day, and it was back up within 20 minutes.
And it makes me feel so good to go there and take care of it, you know, and see the smile on her face, man. That makes my day right there.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
My name is Raynessa Chandler. I am currently the manager of technical support for Ritter Communications. Ritter is like family in more ways than one. My aunt retired after 33 and a half years here, and currently I have 2 cousins that work at Ritter. We have a variety of talented individuals. They motivate us and encourage us to do the right thing. We're grateful for the opportunity to work at a place such as Ritter and to be able to help others, because that's what it's all about, serving others.
Andy Maness and Craig Rickert back here with you at Westside High School. The Warriors and the Mohawks from Piggott getting ready to start the third quarter, still scoreless. Got to wonder about what these two teams talked about in their respective huddles during the halftime break.
move the ball. Might be something. Both teams combining for less than 100 yards of total offense. It wasn't until the
Denver's
second quarter we even saw a
refrigeration
pass out of Westside, but Westside did start to open it up. We'll see how this half starts off. Of course, the first half started off with that fumble on the opening kickoff. Westside fumbling. This time Westside starting the second half, kicking off to Piggott. We'll see how things go, but as of yet, not a lot of fireworks in this game. If you didn't join us in the first half, some of the biggest highlights were some fumbles, some incredible punts, a muffed punt, and a field goal that nearly decapitated one of the refs.
I think the biggest play we had was probably the 15-yard little bubble screen that Westside threw near the end of the second quarter as the Mohawks take the kick to start the third quarter out near the 30-yard line. It looks like they'll start the third quarter at their own 29. So we're going to see Tanner Dixon come back out here for the Mohawks under center, see if he can't get this offense going.
Well, let's see if they mix it up a little bit. They've been pretty content just to keep dive right, dive left. They've tried to go outside the tackles a couple times, but not much gains on any of those. So we'll see what they have dialed up for the second half.
See a lot more of this diamond offense that they run here. 3 backs in the backfield.
The most success they had was hitting that up back on that quick spin right off the snap. That's where they had some of their biggest gains, but once again, they did not have a lot of offense in that half at all.
Nope. It's
a lot of
be
this.
Nick Tillman taking the carry from the backfield. Short gain, as Greg mentioned, a lot of that in the first half. 2nd and 9 coming up. I don't even know if they gave him the extra yard.
I don't know.
Still got it marked at 2nd and 10 on the scoreboard.
You know, both these teams are coming into this season with great expectations. You have Piggott that has been to the playoffs 4 straight years. Westside, once kind of a program that wasn't going anywhere, has now been to the playoffs 7 years in a row, but they haven't won a first-round game yet. So much hype, so much expectations coming into this season for both these teams. A lot of expectations. The senior class at Piggott, great group of friends. Everything you hear that is very well, just a tight-knit group so far.
Handoff on 2nd down. It's going to go to Ralph. Ralph is going to pick up about a yard, maybe 2 more. Yeah, and you almost expected a few more fireworks, as you want to put it, from both of these teams really so far tonight. But you look at some of the scores that Piggott was putting up last year. I mean, they were putting 40, 50, 60 points up on some of their opponents.
And they've got a lot of meat on that offensive and defensive line. You would expect that they would be able to get outside a little bit and push, own the line of scrimmage, but Westside holding their own against those big kids from Piggott.
Yeah, so 3rd down now coming up for the Mohawks. Looking to throw now. Can't hit the tight end over the middle.
Throw is low and away. That'll bring up 4th down.
That's great when it's a full count, but not when it's 3rd and 10. Ball spotted on the 30-yard line. Piggott punt team comes out. That pass intended for James Andrews. That's the doctor,
name.
right? I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we both had that same moment at the same time.
I was doing my pregame research. Dr. James Andrews. I wonder if they call him the doctor.
Like, yeah, he can fix your ACL.
If you're a world-class athlete with a bad knee, that's where you go, Birmingham. They're going to have our first punt return of the night.
Scooped up at the 30, now across the 40, down to the 45-50,
hey,
down to the
those
far
fireworks
sideline.
Oh.
Off to the races was Kessler Engel, trying to avoid, I think, the punter there.
Yep.
Puts
Last
on
man.
the brakes and slips up. But what a return there by Kessler Engel. That certainly could be the catalyst that the Westside offense is looking for. They'll come out and start in Piggott territory.
Got a 30-yard punt return right there, starting in the opponent's territory, as you said. And let's see if they pick up where they left off in the first half, Andy. Are they going to keep that playbook open? They're going to spread the field. We saw a triple stack of receivers at times. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just saw Garner enter the huddle with the play, so I think he's going to be back in under center, so back to the power formation.
Yep, 31-yard return on that.
Like we're going to keep it on the ground here. Bobbled the snap, turns, nobody there to hand it off to, gets smothered in the backfield. Great hit on defense that time by Brandon Smith. Just kind of a botched play. It looked like he bobbled the snap, Craig, and then when he turned, there was nobody there to hand it to.
His blockers were way halfway down the field. They, I think, some missed assignments right there. Also, one of the tailbacks seemed to get an early jump. They got away, I think, with an illegal motion. One of those backs was took off before the snap. Maybe why he was 5 yards down the field and not hitting his blocking assignments.
Yeah, missed that assignment altogether. He was about 5 seconds ahead of it. Again, 3 backs in the backfield. 1 goes in motion. Fake to the up back, hand off to Ray. Ray spins.
Get some more motion out of that.
That's one thing that we noticed about Ray last week is he keeps those legs moving.
Saw that against Tech.
So able to get back to the original line of scrimmage and just past it. They're able to make it a 3rd and 9 situation coming up. So may potentially see them air it out here. It's going to be Engel under. So, nope, sorry. Thought I saw 11 out there. It's still 13. So Garner still under center. Hedger goes in motion.
Oh, no.
They pitch it out to Ray. Ball is loose. Piggott's going to scoop it up. And it'll be Mohawk football. And the defender who hit Tyler Ray didn't even know the ball was on the ground.
He laid him out.
Take another look at the replay here. That's great defense there from Dalton James.
Yeah, he stayed on top of him like WWE, not realizing he was looking for the 3 count.
And there to pick up the fumble was Michael Parker. So Piggott now starting on Westside's 48-yard line.
Got a rare formation now for Piggott. Got a little scat back and a wide receiver out here.
Yep.
And we got a momentum-killing penalty here. Illegal motion.
Well, you don't run very many pass plays, so when you do, there's always a chance that you're going to have some kinks in the offense.
So once again, both these teams tonight, whenever it seems they get a gift to get some momentum going, they shoot themselves in the foot.
Yep, they can't really work with what the other team has given them. That seems to be the case here after the penalty. Now 1st and 15. 2 wide receivers for the Mohawks. Oh, and how about that? Back-to-back penalties as Tanner Dixon trying to point out a defender, trying to call out an assignment, and got one of his linemen jumping too early.
10 free yards for Westside. Now, back to when Westside had the ball, those last couple plays where they got hit for losses, saw the same thing both times. I'm not entirely sure who it was, but it seemed like there were some missed assignments. Those defensive ends were getting into the backfield without being touched.
Mm-hmm.
The second time resulted in the fumble. The first time was when the quarterback got hit behind the line of scrimmage, lost a couple yards. They got those back in the next play. Play after that was the fumble.
Well, and you got to wonder, again, we know that River Engel is a little banged up. You got to wonder about how much of that is timing. Oh, and now we're going to have a delay of game called on the Mohawks.
Wow.
Wow.
Back-to-back 5-yard penalties.
He said, Coach just said, run the play I gave you, run the play I gave you. So now the Mohawks are ready to go here. The play clock will start at 25, and they're ready to go. 2 wide receivers for Dixon. Westside showing pressure. They're bringing it from the outside edge. Dixon swallowed up in the backfield. Yep, 2nd and very long coming up now. Well, and going back to the fumble, you got to wonder how much is the timing from Garner to tailback or Garner to the receivers, as it's been Engel taking most of the first team reps throughout the summer, through the whole first game last week, and now you got a new quarterback in, so that the timing there on the pitches may not be what the tailbacks, the receivers are used to.
And even if the timing is right, though, as we keep coming back to, is those Piggott defensive ends are in the backfield right away. There's a blocking assignment that's being missed.
That's still true.
I mean, whether you get the timing down or not, when you got a 6'2", 260-pound kid bearing down on you.
That's very true.
Advantage to them.
Westside bringing pressure again. Here's the handoff to Ralph. Ralph looked like he ran right into a brick wall. And that's Parker, beg your pardon, on the carry there. A little hard to see the numbers from up here. Take another look at the replay. 2 gets the handoff and just gets dropped right at the line.
Hitting them high.
Ran right into Dustin Anderson, and Anderson introduced himself.
Hello, Mr. Anderson. What movie?
The Matrix.
There we
one
go.
of my favorites.
All right, there we go.
I'm so excited for the 4th one to come out.
I've heard about that.
Very excited. 3rd and 26 coming up. Looking to throw.
He's chased.
Getting chased out of the pocket. Had no idea that he had a defender bearing down behind him. He was oblivious.
Land shark. That was right on top of him, and he had no idea he was there. Got a late block just to free him up just enough. You'll take a look at it right here. The quarterback just rolling out to his right has no idea that he's about to be swallowed up. That little push right there saved the bigger sack. They still lost a couple yards in the play.
Yeah, Piggott going to have to punt this one away now.
4th and 26. We don't get to call that a lot. The guy keeping track of the down marker is a man on an island. He's a long way away from his chain gang friends.
Great punt by the Mohawks. Fair catch called for. Garner going to haul that one in. Woo. So 3 penalties in a row. Well, we've had a 3 and out, a 3 and fumble, and another 3 and out.
Maybe we should start talking about movies.
Maybe. Maybe. 6:38 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Might get out of here in time to go see a movie. Maybe not. Might be a little bit late. Westside starting on their own 33-yard line. Garner under center. No, it's Engel under center. So they're just
changing personnel a lot.
Yeah, they're flip-flopping quarterbacks here in the second half. But we've got a timeout. Westside going to talk some things over on the Warrior sideline. We're going to take a quick break ourselves. 6:38 again left to play in the 3rd quarter. Back with more action from Westside on Tubetown.
Proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
And there's nothing like a late summer night in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Hot, muggy, tons of mosquitoes, but we're still loving playing some football here tonight in Jonesboro. 1st and 10 carry here for the Warriors. And how about Jared Garner rumbling forward for a good 12 yards there on 1st down. Brings it all the way out to the 45-yard line. And again, it's a Warrior 1st down.
He absorbed that initial hit really well, kept on moving, kept the legs going, had a lot of extra yards. Biggest run of the night.
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest play altogether of the night right there. Clock ticking down now under 6:20, about 15 seconds left on the play clock here for Engel, who is under center. 2 backs in the backfield. He's got 2 wide receivers to throw to. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, Rashard Cunningham, getting the carry. And, yeah, Craig, they stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. That was big Logan White in there to plug the gap.
Yeah, he didn't even get started on that one. He didn't take one step. Logan White, ready for that play. Came right to him.
Well, he's one of the bigger dudes they got on the defensive line,
they got
too.
some meat. They got some meat on that Piggott team. They're growing big up there.
You got Kyson Conley going to have to come out of the game for the Mohawks. He's a little slow to get up. Glenn Allen Campbell checking in now. So they've got James Andrews and Glenn Campbell on their team.
It's a good combination.
It's a good combination. 1 wide receiver. Engel under center. Garner goes in motion. Nearly ran into his fullback, turns and fires. Engel got a man downfield, tried to make the one-handed grab, but Garner couldn't quite pull off the Odell Beckham.
The free safety was all over that play. Great defensive effort by Piggott on this one. And as you talked about right off the bat, once again, it seems like just a little out of sync.
Yeah, turned around and ran right into Cunningham and just overthrew Garner a little bit.
Once again, there's Ralph. We've been talking about this offense tonight, but these defenses have been playing very well. I wouldn't just discount that these offenses can't get things going because we've seen some great defensive plays.
Yeah, we've seen some.
On both sides of the ball.
You mentioned it. We've seen a lot of defensive ends in the backfield today. One wide receiver here on 3rd and 10. Engel hands it off to Ray, running to his left. A lot of running room down the near sideline. Makes his way across the 45, down to the Piggott 43-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for Westside.
Another 12-yard gain.
And he just had a big gap to run through. Great
Blockers
job.
were out in front. Assignments were where they were supposed to be. The right blocks were picked up. And that's the result. That's what we haven't been seeing out of Westside these last couple drives. We've seen missed assignments, missed blocks that have let those defensive ends or Piggott get in the backfield. And when you get your assignments, that's what you see.
Well, and here in a minute, I don't know if we can pull that replay up after this play, but that was an excellent job blocking by Brady Johnson. Just completely opened that running lane up for Tyler Ray. Here's 1st and 10. It's a handoff to Garner. Garner up the middle between center and guard. He's going to pick up about 2, maybe 2.5 on 1st down. 2nd and 8 coming up with the clock nearing 4:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter. So, but yeah, Brady Johnson on that last run by Tyler Ray just absolutely did a great job sealing the edge for him. They're going to say 2nd and 9 coming up now for Westside. Play clock is at 15 and counting. Westside taking a lot of time breaking the huddle here on this play from the Piggott 42-yard line. Now they break the huddle, hurry to the line. 3 wide receivers. Ray sprints out to the near sideline to give it 4. 1 second left on the play clock. There's the play action, looking to throw. Garner has it at the 35-yard line. Drugged down by his waist. I think that extra little shimmy there at the end, Craig, might have been enough to get him near the 1st down marker. Didn't quite get enough, though.
About 7-yard gain on that play.
They're going to say 3rd and 1 now coming up.
About 8.
Now under 3:30 to play in the quarter. This quarter has flown by. Had 2 3-and-outs and a 3 and fumble. Longest drive of this quarter. Here's the 3rd and 1 carry from Ray. Ray's going to
he's got it.
Pick up enough to get a 1st down. Well, Corning once again had some guys in the backfield that could have potentially blown that play up. Take another look. Ooh, big 75 getting through there. Kyson Conley.
The play went around him, and they got the 1st down.
Well, that's probably a smart game plan. Run away from the
defense.
Large nose tackle standing out there on that defensive line. 75 is in my way.
I will not run into him.
Probably not run in that direction.
That is the point of the game, Captain Obvious.
Engel under center. It's a reverse to Ray. Ray running to his right now.
Nice cut.
Yeah, a great decision to cut upfield when he did. He's able to pick up an extra 2, maybe 3 yards. That's a long run to get 2-3 yards.
Covered a lot of ground left to right. There's not a lot north and south on that one. Picked up 4 yards on the play. Looking at 2nd and 6.
Yep. See if they want to try to air it out here now that they're fairly well into Piggott territory. I think that if they can pick up a 1st down here, you're going to start to see them throw it more.
4 wide receivers in this set.
Yeah, all bunched up near the line, but we're going to get a timeout. I think it's going to be a Westside timeout. Well, I never saw in motion which direction it was.
That was the umpire on the far side of the field.
Still wait. Oh, take it off the scoreboard. Either way, still scoreless with 2:13 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Westside and Piggott trying to put some points on the scoreboard. We're back with more action from Westside right after this on Tubetown.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
Andy Manus, Craig Rickert back here with you on a muggy night in Jonesboro at Westside High School. Westside Warriors and the Piggott Mohawks still scoreless in this non-conference matchup. 2:13 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Westside football, they've got it 2nd and 6 on the Piggott 27-yard line.
Coming out in the same formation as before the timeout. Let's see what they have dialed up.
Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers, 2 on either side for Engel, and they're going to blow the whistle before this one gets started.
Illegal motion. Boy, as a coach, that just drives you absolutely crazy. You come out of a timeout, you have everybody set, and then what happens, especially when you have a drive going, you make a mental mistake like that. Illegal motion, 5 yards back, all of a sudden you got 2nd and 11 versus 2nd and 6, and that changes your game plan. Do you run the same play now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you talked about it, killing the drive. We've had 3 first downs on this drive here for Westside, and we talked about how unproductive this third quarter has been for both of these offenses so far. This one being the best drive of the game, so that absolutely kind of kills your momentum.
Oh, they're sticking with it. Same formation once again.
2nd and 11. Ray is lined up on the near side. Oh, goodness, they did it again, back to back.
Coach is coming out in the field to.
He wants to make. I think his wide receivers are not lined up in the right spot because you see him pointing.
Yeah, he's pointing to the ends out there. Once again, another player coming off the field, a little limp there from number 75 for Piggott. Big number 75 coming off the field. That is Kyson Conley. We've called his name a few times tonight. And then you talked about it. There he is down there in the sideline being stretched out by one of the assistant coaches or trainers. Talk about that cramping, talk about this heat. There you go, a big kid like Kyson Conley down there in the field getting those hamstrings and calves stretched out.
Yeah, and we've seen him, you talked about calling his name a couple of times. He's been out there kind of handling business on the defensive line for the Mohawks. You got to wonder if he's been out there playing offensive line as well.
He's back up now, but they'll miss him on this play possibly.
Engel looking to throw, flushed out to his left.
Number 20 is wide open.
Tried to hit his brother.
Oh, he's got his hands in the air. That number 20 for
that's
Westside.
Brady Johnson.
Brady Johnson, he knew it. He was all by himself running down, I think it was a wheel route, down on the left side of the field, about the 15-yard line. There was nobody within 10 or 15 yards of him, and he was not seen.
Yep, Engel
still had a good look at that pass, but he raised his hands. He's like, oh, I was so open.
Yeah, he just saw his brother Kessler streaking across the field, and he was pretty open also. But once again, we see River Engel kind of throw it a little bit too tall. So not sure what was going on right there. It looked like.
So after the penalties, after the incomplete pass, now we're looking at 3rd and 16, where they had a 2nd and 6.
2:03 left to play here in the third quarter. Ball on the 37-yard line. Some back-to-back passes here for Westside. Let's see what they run here. 4 wide receivers. Ray lined up here on the near side. Johnson also here on the near side. Cunningham in the backfield. Engel had to pick that one up off the ground, throws it over the middle, too short for his intended receiver. Once again, I think he's trying to hit his brother coming across the middle. We do have a flag out at the 38-yard line, however. That one came out from the defensive secondary, so I wonder if this one might be maybe defensive holding or, it's right around the line of scrimmage. It could be
he's
holding
waving
on
off the flag.
offense,
He just waved off the flag. I thought it might have been an illegal shift or an illegal motion because one of the wideouts for Westside at the very last second was inching himself back up to the line to make sure they had at 8 on the line.
Yep, 4th and long. Westside looking like they're keeping their offense out on the field, kind of in that no man's territory we've talked about here tonight. But, no, they're going to bring on the punt team. 13 seconds left on the play clock, so they're going to have to hustle. Now down to 5. They get the snap. Low rolling kick. And that one is going to stop just inside the 5-yard or inside the 10-yard line, right about the 6. Yep, Craig, you said it once again. Special teams coming in clutch.
Well, they've got the best workout tonight. These offensive have been stalling after a first down, if they're lucky, maybe 2. I mean, right now, statistically, Westside is putting a lot more yards. They had a good drive there, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 play drive, but it ended up with a 4th and 16 where they had to punt the ball away. But the good news for Westside is they pinned Piggott deep in their own territory, starting off this drive inside the 10.
Yeah, Piggott has started a drive off at their own 9-yard line. This is their worst field position by 2 yards. So we'll see if they can work their way out of their own territory a little bit here. One wide receiver, they come out on 1st and 10, and I think that was a quarterback keeper.
Just to make some space there.
Yeah, Dixon just diving forward, picking up a couple of yards there. Not a bad idea.
No, get yourself a little space. The last time I think they were down here, they had to punt from their own end zone.
They did. Just narrowly avoided a safety.
And just avoided that safety. That's right. Depending on how you want to call it, it was awful close.
1:10 left to play here in the third quarter. Coming out with one wide receiver. Hayden Emerson lined out at wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. Turn. It's a pitch out to Ralph. Ralph trying to find an edge. Can't find much of one, but I think he was at least able to gain a yard, maybe 2.
Ralph is having a pretty good game. He's getting his name called a lot. He's had some good plays on defense, and he's had a nice couple runs tonight. There he had kind of started out behind the 8 ball because the penetration from Westside was so good. He got to take a couple steps back before he even got that toss sweep going. But did pick up 2 yards on the play, 3rd and 6.
From the 11-yard line. Good job out there by Kessler Engel making the open field tackle. Seven seconds left on the play clock. And I think Piggott going to call a timeout here to avoid a delay of game penalty.
Well,
maybe.
But the ref is...
He's got the football in his hand, so is he marking it off?
I think they're taking it to the other hash mark because the play ended up on that side of the field. And they had it marked in the center of the field. So he's moving it back to that other hash mark is what I'm guessing. I don't see a penalty. There's a mismark by the official. They reset the play clock to 25.
Game clock is at 10. Oh, no, now it's back up to 34.
Did he go out of bounds? Did Ralph go out of bounds in that previous play? Was he tackled inbounds?
I think he was tackled inbounds. He was. Clock continues to run now. Under 30 seconds. One wide receiver for the Mohawks. There's the snap. Hand off to the fullback. Right up the gut. Bouncing to the outside. Looked like a fumble. Westside.
I think Westside's got it.
Animated, and the Warriors do. They have it. There's the signal from the referee. So with 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Westside once again given a gift.
Take a look at this replay. The ball squirts out of the pile here towards the end. The ball was loose initially. Several guys jumped on, but
right
see
there.
It squirts out. And there it is right there. And it keeps squirting again because the guy who initially fell on it for Westside was not the one who ended up. 2 other Westside Warriors touched it before they ended up with the ball finally. So here we go. 12 seconds to go. We have our best scoring opportunity of this game so far. First time either team's been in the red zone.
It really is.
I mean,
12 seconds left in the third
quarter.
Cunningham takes the handoff, running to his left. Stiff arms a defender across the 10, cuts back to the middle of the field, reaches out to the 5-yard line. A great run on first down that time by Rashard Cunningham, picking up about 8 yards. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. So fourth quarter coming up, still scoreless between Piggott and Westside. Andy Maness, Craig Rickert, we're back here to bring you the fourth right after this on Tubetown. Andy Maness, Craig Rickert back here with you, ready to start the fourth quarter between Piggott and Westside. Still scoreless. It's anybody's ball game right now.
Well, it's still scoreless, but we have our fingers crossed that we'll see some points here in a little bit. The first time we've seen either team inside the 20-yard line, inside the 30-yard line so far in this game. I want to pass along a score to you here in Region 8. Corning right now beating Rector 16-8. Now, this game is significant because Corning is on a long losing streak. They haven't won a game, I think, in 5 seasons.
Oh, wow.
Something like they've had a very long losing streak. But right now in the second half, Corning is up. The score we're getting recorded is 16-8.
I think you're right. I think it's been since 2014 or 2013 that they have won a game. So that's huge for the Corning Bobcats. 2nd and 10 from the it shouldn't be 2nd and 10. It should be about 2nd and 2 or 3. But either way, it's a handoff up the middle.
Hey,
and that's going to be a touchdown for the Warriors. Tyler Ray basically walked into the end zone.
Finally.
And we've got some points on the scoreboard.
Tyler Ray not giving up. Just watch this initial hit. He takes the line of scrimmage, but he just keeps on pumping, getting on through that line. Not afraid to lay the wood to the defender. Once again, just working his way in there for the first score of the night with 6 seconds into the fourth quarter. We have our first score, 6-0.
It almost didn't even look like Piggott was ready for that play.
I know we weren't.
As easily as he walked into the end zone.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right.
We're just talking about Corning.
You're right.
Talking about the Corning Rector score.
I'm excited for those Bobcats, man.
Yeah.
See if I can kick this extra point through the uprights. It's up.
Nope. And
it is not through.
Bounced off the left upright.
6-0 is the score. Still anybody's ball game here as we start the fourth quarter. 11:54 to play in the ball game. We're back with more from Westside after this on Tubetown.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, and trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Max Garage for your vehicles. Locally owned with over 20 years of experience, at Max Garage, we pride ourselves on being professional, reliable, and affordable. From routine maintenance to complex mechanical issues, Max Garage can do it all. Max Garage is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Call Max Garage for your next auto repair.
Andy Manus, Craig Rickard back here with you. Westside putting the first 6 points of the night on the scoreboard. Finally, 6 seconds in to the fourth quarter here as we've got a Mohawk getting some attention out there, and that's going to be Tanner Dixon. That's an interesting development. He's the quarterback here for the Mohawks.
He was in the backfield there on the kick. I don't know what happened. Might have got tripped up by somebody. But, yeah, like I said, he's the quarterback, so interesting situation right now to see what could happen in this final 12 minutes of the game. Ironically, the shortest drive of the night resulted in our only score.
13 yards, right?
13-yard drive, 6 points. Once again, turnovers playing the biggest factor in this game.
2 plays, a grand total of 18 seconds off of the clock here in the second half. We got some points. We got some points. So the Mohawks ready to return this kick from Westside once both teams take the field.
And as we said all night, the kicking game has been an adventure. Don't let this score fool you because anything can happen in these special teams play tonight. We've seen a 61-yard punt. We've seen fumbles on a kickoff return. We have seen a muffed punt. We've seen a lot.
Yeah, going back to the opening kickoff. You
started off that way.
Yeah, had Westside fumble. So, all right. Both teams ready to go here. Piggott playing the short kick return here. Both of their return men standing at the 20-yard line. So it looked like they may be trying to guard against a squib kick. And it is going to be a short kick from the Warriors. Taken inside the 25. Now out to the 30. Now out to the 40 in the middle of the field. Finally taken down by a host of Warriors. Yep, that's Logan Ralph, the man of the hour for the Mohawks.
Having a great game. Got a score to pass along, just given to us. Jonesboro scored. Nettleton right now beating Pocahontas 26-21. That game in the third quarter. Nettleton taking on Pocahontas. Nettleton up 5 points on Pocahontas.
The Redskins trying to knock off the 5A powerhouse. I don't know. They were a powerhouse at one time and kind of struggled for a little bit. Now they're kind of back up there at the 5A East. 1st and 10 for Piggott from the 41-yard line, trailing by a touchdown with 11:46 to play in the game.
Piggott in seemingly no hurry to get this play off. Didn't break the huddle until about 15 seconds left.
Dixon, we saw him banged up on that field or that extra point attempt, and he's back in there at quarterback, handing it off, and that'll be Ralph taking a hit in the backfield once again. They're going to stop him for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Might have lost a yard on that play, but we'll give him a 0. No gainer.
And Dixon is walking kind of gingerly back to the Piggott huddle. Looked like he might have been favoring a cramp in his leg. Once again, you get into these late game situations. It's hot and muggy. You're tired. You've been playing both ways. Your leg starts to cramp up. Here's a handoff running to the right side.
Maybe a yard, maybe 2 on that one.
Set of fresh legs in there for the Mohawks with Brandon Smith taking the handoff.
And he hit the hole hard. The problem was the hole was not very big.
Yep, not a lot of room. Not a lot of room out there.
Into a host of Westside Warriors in that one.
3rd and 9 coming up. Well, if Westside gets the ball back here, I think you can expect to see a lot of running coming up here for the rest of this football game, trying to milk this clock down. Here's a pitch out to the left for Ralph. Ralph swallowed up in the backfield, taken down by a couple of Westside Warriors.
Lost 5 on that play.
Now Kessler Engel in there alongside, I want to say that was C.J. Smith in there on defense.
Yeah, Brady Johnson getting into that, finishing off that play.
So 4th and 14.
Again, the punting's been very interesting tonight. A good kick, though. Fair catch called for. Ball is muffed.
Oh, Westside got lucky there. They fell right back on top of it.
I mean, every single kicking situation tonight has brought up just haphazard, disaster, trouble.
Yeah, River Engel had to fall on top of that one really quick.
Just misjudged a little bit. Went through his hands off his own knee.
What I was going to say, right through the bread basket there. Had a hole in the bottom of the basket.
I think they'll be practicing those on Monday. Practice on some ball drills on punt returns. Okay, coming off their first scoring drive of the night. Decent field position, starting on their own 30-yard line. Let's see what they do with 9:30 left in this game. Are they going to be content to just chew clock?
Doesn't look like it by the formation, does it? Shotgun formation here for them, but Piggott's going to call a timeout, their first of the second half. Nope, excuse me, their second of the second half. So they've got 1 left. Westside's got 2.
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking Piggott might have only had 10 guys on the field.
Oh, so trying to avoid a potential disaster.
They called the timeout, and I saw the coach just whip around and kind of get in somebody's face. But I think they might have only had 10 on the field because all of a sudden you've got another player down out here. Somebody might not have been able to make it back out. Got another player. Second time tonight we've seen one of these Piggott Mohawks on the sideline getting stretched out, cramping up.
Looking like they're working out a cramp over here. So time to bust out the pickle juice, it looks like. I'll tell you, I had a cramp the other night, and it was awful.
Where?
I tried to. It was in my quad. I tried to go for a little run after leg day, and that.
You know what I call leg day?
It was a short run.
Getting out of bed is leg day.
Yeah, I hear you. That's about where I'm at. So, but I can happily tell you that a cramp does not feel good at all.
Ooh.
Stopped immediately in the backfield is Richard Cunningham.
Psyched up on that play. Big loss.
Yeah, loss of about 3, maybe 4. It's a good first play for this Piggott defense, trailing only by 6 points. Well, what kind of upset would it be if they could get out of here with a victory tonight?
Well, you have to think with the missed PAT by Westside, if Piggott can get the ball back and put together a drive, all it takes is one play, but all of a sudden this is a brand new ball game.
Engel looking to throw.
He's running.
Flushed out to his left. He's going to tuck it and run this time. Got a lot of running room down that far sideline, and he'll just take it out of bounds. Looked like he stepped out just shy of the first down marker, maybe.
Right about the 40.
Yeah,
Depends where they mark him.
If the referee on this
Looks
side
like
of
he
the
got
field,
him.
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Got
If
him at the 41.
it's his spot, we'll get it.
Be a 14-yard game.
Just take a look. Saw
Damn.
nobody downfield and just took off running. Had so much green out in front of him. Stops the clock with 8:45 to play in the fourth
I
quarter.
think that's our biggest play of the night, 14 yards. I think the previous best was like a 12 or 13-yard run. That's our biggest gainer of the night.
Engel back under center now with one wide receiver. Hands it off to Ray. Ray running to his
Once
left.
again.
Knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up half a yard, but we're going to say no gain, I think, Craig.
Again, Logan White just right there getting the job done on that defensive line for Piggott. Just old bear hug tackle. Threw him down. They gave him one on the play.
Quick defensive substitution coming on here for Piggott. Play clock down to 15 now.
You're starting to see some of the Westside players be a little get gassed out there. You see some guys with their hands on their knees. This is where the substitutions come into effect, and the sheer numbers that Westside has over Piggott can really start to make a difference.
They hurry to the line on 2nd and 9 with one wide receiver. It's a pitch out to Ray, running to his right. Bounces off of
he's
two
got
defenders across the 50, down to the 42-yard line. Just bowling over people as he avoided the first two sets of tacklers. Take a look at the replay here. 1-2. And then just hard-nosed running from there.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see Westside wear down this Mohawk defense. That's back-to-back first downs now for Westside. The running game, the ground attack starting to take over. And they're content to let this play clock just keep on going.
Yep, under 7:30 left to play now in the fourth quarter. Play clock is down to 5. There's the snap, turn in the hand to Ray. Ray trying to find somewhere to run between, and he could not find a gap anywhere over here on this near sideline. Trying to untangle the bodies out here. 2nd and 11 coming up. They lost a yard on that first down carry. Piggott does have one timeout left, so they'll be able to stop the clock once. I think they're probably going to save that one for a little bit later on in this drive if they can't stop the Warriors.
If they get the ball back at this point.
Engel under center, 3 backs in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, now running to his left. Got a man open. It's Johnson. Spin move at the 35-yard line, all the way down to the 30, and Brady Johnson on the reception will move the chains for a Westside Warrior first down. 6:25 left to play in the game.
You watch him roll out here, and his receiver just ends up just wide open. A quick little chip block, and he rolls out all by himself. Didn't catch the ball in stride, but didn't need to. Spun away from the defender for a 4 or 5 extra yards, and when they want to pass, they're passing.
Well, and I think you're going to see a lot of that from Westside this season is that what you just saw right there, play-action bootlegs, where because you know that Engel can use his legs as well to pick up a first down. If he rolls out and there's nobody there, like he did a moment ago, he can easily run for a first down.
And that run always sets up the pass. Quick hitter right there, picks up 5 or 6.
I think that was Cunningham on the fullback dive there. Boy, and he just comes out of the backfield so quickly, too, after getting that handoff. Play clock is down now to 5:40 and counting.
Just got a score update to pass along. Pocahontas has just taken the lead over Nettleton, 27-26.
Oh, wow. Be a big win for the Redskins.
Huge.
Kessler Engel lined
There's
up.
still third quarter. A lot of football to be played still in that game.
Absolutely. Kessler Engel lined up at wide receiver, but they're going to hand it off to Ray. And Ray, after initially being held up, once again just keeps those feet churning.
A traffic jam there for Ray, but all of a sudden he just didn't give up on the play. Things loosened up, and he picked up a few more yards. It seemed to get stacked up, but nobody wrapped him up.
Yep.
Then
And kept his feet moving the whole time. He doesn't look like the biggest guy out there, but
picked up a first down on the play.
He's carrying a workload out there for sure. Now we are nearing the 5-minute mark left to play here in the fourth quarter. Play clock down to 7. There's the handoff running to the left. This time it's Dustin Anderson, I think, on the carry. Nope, beg your pardon. I just saw a 3, so that was him. It was Tyler Ray once again.
Well, I think we know what the strategy is right now for Westside. They've got the 6-0 lead. Piggott has not been proving they can move the ball against them tonight. They're just going to be content just to pound this ball in the round, see lots of Engel, lots of Ray. Just keep on chewing that clock. Get out of here at home. Second game of the season. Get out of here 2-0.
Yeah, Westside going to be facing off, I believe, against Hoxie next week. Going to be on the road there for that one. Meanwhile, I think Corning will be taking on Brooklyn. Excuse me, not Corning, Piggott. Beg your pardon. Run on second down there. Stopped short of the first down marker, so now 3rd and 3 coming up. See Dalton James a little slow to get up off the ground there. .340 left to play in this one.
This is just the second time we've seen anybody inside the 20-yard line tonight. First time was the last drive the Westside Warriors had, and they scored after that fumble, the 13-yard drive to get the 6-0 lead. Can they effectively put this one away with the score here?
Well, and there's Tyler Ray with the handoff,
And
taking it right up the middle.
When I say here, I mean now.
Right now,
Yeah.
absolutely. 6 more points on the board for the Westside Warriors. They now lead this one 12-0. Take a look. The Ritter Communications instant replay. Nobody even got a hand on him until right there at the end.
Yeah, he had a free pass to the end zone on that one.
So Westside on to attempt the extra point now. A 12-yard touchdown rush for Tyler Ray. You got a timeout?
Time out of the field.
All right, well.
Under 3.5 left to go. I mean, that's, what can you say? The way Piggott's moving the ball tonight, the way their offense is set up to not score quickly, and they haven't scored yet tonight.
Gonna have to throw out some new plays into that playbook, maybe, at this point. I mean, at this point, what can you risk? Just to air it out a little bit, you know.
Well, that's what they're going to have to do if they want any chance of broken play, a couple little tricks in
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was going to say. Now's when you want to see your trick plays come out of the book.
Yeah, you're going to have to because they just don't have the numbers right now. We've seen that this Westside is wearing them down. This last couple drives, they have just worn them down. We talked about it early in the game that would be a factor, and we've seen several players for Piggott getting stretched out on the sidelines.
Yeah, they're definitely facing this humidity right now. Snap, the hold, play blown dead. I think we had a false start on Westside, it looked like.
What was that? Marcus gave me a score. What was that Hoxie Truman score? Hoxie beat Truman tonight, 49-22.
Oh, wow.
And Westside is taking on Hoxie, as you just said, next week. So
It's a big win for the Mustangs. Hunter Garrison on to kick this extra point for the Warriors. High snap. Hold is good.
Good kick.
Kick is up. And it's good. So 13-0 is the score with 3:23 left to play in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break. Coming back with the ensuing kickoff right after this on Tubetown.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Andy Maness and Craig Rickard back here with you at Warrior Stadium, Westside. Capitalizing on a 12-yard touchdown rush from Tyler Ray, his second touchdown carry of the night. Garrison came on to attempt the extra point, put it through, and it is now 13-0, favor the Warriors.
We don't have an official stat keeper. We're keeping some loose stats here, but what I've got, just in the loose notes I've been taking, Piggott has 0 or like -1 yards so far this half.
Oh, wow.
That's not official.
That's
just
obviously not official.
These chicken scratches I make here on my notepad. But they have not been able to move the ball here in the second half at all. They had some success in the first half moving the ball, but so far here in the second half, I've got penalties have killed them. Just not being efficient with the ball on the offensive side. So.
Well, by my count, they've only ran a total of 7 plays.
I've got, see.
They've run. Their first drive was 3 plays and a fumble, and their next drive was a 3 and out. So the punt counts as the 4th one. That's 7 plays.
I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got like 9 plays. That's what I've got.
Oof. Well, either way, you shake a stick at it.
Yeah, it's not pretty no matter how you slice
Yeah.
it. But let's see what happens here. Anything can happen in Arkansas high school football. 4 wide receivers. Haven't seen this formation out of them tonight, and we do a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Dixon on the option there.
Trying to spread the field, maybe make something happen.
Faked it to Nick Tillman and kept it himself. Rushes forward for a gain of about 3.
And Corning still up on Rector 16-8 starting the fourth quarter. A lot of eyes on that one, like we talked about. Corning has just had this woeful last few years. Has not won a game in 4 or 5 seasons. And here they are, starting the fourth quarter with an 8-point lead over Rector.
They might riot tonight. All 200
Turning over
of them.
cars, yeah. Or the car.
the one in the town. There's a pass out to the flats across the 45, down to the 50, and what a collision. Goodness gracious. Nick Tillman coming over there, making some contact, turning around, doing a little bit of
John. Better or
John.
worst of that one. There's still some fight left in these Mohawks.
He and Rashard Cunningham, I think. Yep, there it is. Cunningham comes flying in there big time. That was a helmet-to-helmet hit there.
I don't know if either one of them needs to be bragging because they both pretty even, laid each other out pretty well.
Yeah, that really did look like it's pretty even affair there.
Nonetheless, a nice gain for Piggott. Got the ball to midfield.
Probably their biggest gain of the night, actually. Ball at the 50, as Craig said. 4 wide receivers once again. Westside showing pressure. There's the option, and there's the whistle. Ball start on the Mohawks. .233 to play here in the ball game. Backing it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
And penalties were really a factor tonight for Piggott as well. We saw that one point tonight where they had 3 penalties in a row. They got themselves in a decent spot. They got the ball back. They returned. They got a fumble, I believe, and then they just 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. Kept shooting themselves in the foot whenever they had that little bit of prosperity. Things just didn't go their way.
Here's Dixon looking to throw, steps up in the pocket. Now he's flushed out and taken down in the backfield. Just can't keep his eyes downfield, and Westside bringing the pressure.
Yeah, he's too busy running for his life out there.
Yeah, Westside had a couple of guys bearing down on him. Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep your eyes downfield when you're on the run like that. So I probably wouldn't be able to do it either.
I know I couldn't.
Nope. 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. 2nd and 20 coming up. 2 wide receivers set on either side for Dixon. Looking to throw. Fires it out to the flats. Got a man at the 45. Juke move. Still on his feet. At the 50, still on his feet as he crosses midfield. Down to the 48. A great pitch and catch that time for the Mohawks. It'll be 3rd and about 8, maybe 9. Great job hooking up with Logan Ralph.
Once again, Ralph had himself a good game tonight. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but he's had a very good game on both sides of the ball, made some nice defensive plays as well. And his name's been called a lot on offense. He's had some nice catches, some good runs. Nothing to hang his head about tonight.
Having some success with the shotgun formation here on this drive. Under a minute 30 left to play now in the ball game. Dixon fires one out. Little bit too high for his intended receiver, Hayden Emerson. Emerson had that one right at the 1st down marker, too.
And Kessler Engel, he just is just upset at himself right now because he knew he had a chance for that pick. He was just looking at his hands afterwards and talking to one of his teammates back there going, I had it. And we saw a lot of green between him and the...
Oh, yeah.
Might have had his eyes looking downfield, but he had a shot at that one.
Emerson in the slot here on the near side for the Mohawks.
And it's 4th and 7 also, so here's the game right here.
Pump fake, fires over the middle. Incomplete.
So Piggott will turn it over on downs back to Westside. Minute 20 left in the game. Just watch Coach Victory Formation kneel on the ball.
Yep, Piggott
Couple
has
snaps, and this one's over.
Piggott has no timeouts left, so they cannot stop the clock. So that's exactly what we're going to see here.
Jonesboro wins tonight, 35-7. I think they played Batesville. Was it Batesville, Marcus? Jonesboro beats Batesville tonight, 35-7 in other high school action. Rivercrest over Paragould, 35-7. Are those finals? Those are both final scores. So Jonesboro picking up a win tonight, and so did Rivercrest over Paragould.
Warriors come out, take a knee. Clock will continue to count down now. Have to do that a couple of times here. Of course, we mentioned that Hoxie game. Hoxie coming away with a win. We will be in Hoxie next week. So make sure you join us on Friday night. We'll be bringing you the Mustangs and the Warriors right here on Tubetown. Same bat time, same bat channel. Under a minute left to play now. And then again, I believe Piggott will be facing off against Brooklyn next week. We'll have to face the Bearcats, another 4A opponent. And
next week, Tubetown will be Westside and Hoxie. You'll be calling that one. I'll be back in a couple weeks to join you, but really enjoyed this. Thanks for letting me hang out in the booth with you tonight.
Hey, man, thank you for coming and joining us. It was a great football game for us to be a part of course. Thanks, everybody, for listening at home as both teams are starting to take the field now.
Well, that's the game, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. I mean,
12
that
on
is the game.
Clock,
But
15 on the play clock, so that's it. Westside starts off the season 2-0.
Yep. Good start for the Warriors, 13-0. The victory over Piggott tonight. Greg, a lot of running tonight for the Westside Warriors, and outside of some penalties, hopefully have everybody healthy next week, and try to get things moving back in the right direction. Not that they're not moving in the right direction already, but might kind of grease the wheels a little bit to be back with who you've practiced with all summer.
Well, we talked